Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Casually Kimberly. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Today is going to be a budget with me video for the month of April 2020. But I wanted to come in here and do an introduction. This month is going to be different. It's going to be different in the way that I budget my expenses. It's going to be different in the way that I budget my sinking funds. Because there is so much uncertainty in the world right now, I am going into what's called storm mode. And I've briefly mentioned that in my other videos recently. I am pausing my debt payments, my debt snowball, and I am putting all of the money that would normally be going onto that debt into savings. If I am in a position where I need to rely on funds from my savings account, it'd be very good to have funds in a savings account. Once we come out of the backside of this, all of that money is going to go back into the debt payments. So you're going to see a bunch of different changes in my budget this month, in how much I'm saving for Christmas, and how much I'm saving for a new car, and how much I'm saving for clothing, shopping, and stuff like that. It is just a weird time right now. If you have not already, go ahead and push that subscribe button down below. That way you can follow along as I continue this budget journey throughout the year. With that being said, let's jump right on into the budget. Okay, so as we're getting into the budget for April, as I mentioned, we are gonna do some serious changes to the budget from this month by comparison to March, just because of the uncertainty of the economy and job status and whatever else. We're gonna go ahead and make some changes to the budget for April. I am gonna try and keep it as normal as possible, but I will have to make some changes in here. There are some things in the expenses, they're not negotiable on amount I have to have saved. First and foremost, things like rent. I don't get to negotiate that. That is my bill every month if I want to stay in my house. So I know that my rent every month is $563. My TV and Wi-Fi, same thing, that's not negotiable on cost, $65 every month. Electricity, we are heading into warmer months, thank goodness. I do foresee my electricity bill coming down, so I'm only going to put $60 in there this month as opposed to the $80 that I've done for the last 2 months. Storage unit is going to be $50. Cell phone is always $120. Grocery is $150 for the month. CTA is $10. Spotify is $20. Spending, I am pulling back a lot. Yeah, this is going to come down to $30, down from $60 in March. So we're going to pull that way back. Restaurants, same. It's going to come down to $30. Fast food is even coming back down a little bit, down to $20 from $30. It's always $30, but we're going to pull it back even tighter. Coffee, I am going to do $30. It's up a little bit from months prior, but I found myself breaking budget every month for it, so I am going to pull it up just a little bit. So for debt, I went in and I looked at what my minimum payments are right now, and they are $220. Now that I have a couple of my loans paid off, my minimum payment required every month is a little lower than it was when I first started. So I'm going to pull that back to the minimum just while we're in storm mode, just while we're going through this whole crazy time. I'm going to pull that back to the minimum. That gives me an extra $80 to put straight into savings, into storm mode. Hulu is going to be $10. Amazon Prime is going to be $10. This might get nixed in May. I haven't decided. I'm going to go ahead and fill in these sinking funds here. This is where you're going to see most of the change. And then once I have these sinking funds filled in, we'll go back and total the expenses and total the sinking funds. So, fish, they're my pets. I don't get to pull that money back very far. While I'm still able to, I'm going to continue to work toward getting them a bigger tank so that they are healthy. So that is $50. Airport is going to be $0. Transportation is going to be $30. Travel, $0. Christmas, $0. Pirate Christmas, $0. New car, $0. New apartment, $0. Gifts, 0. Toiletries, 0. Clothing, 0. Laundry, 0. All of these sinking funds, I don't need to be saving in right now when it could potentially be crisis. Christmas, I will be able to resume that savings once we come out the backside of this. Pirate Christmas, I'll be able to resume that savings when we come out the backside of this. New car, I don't need one right now. I can hold on to the money that I do have for it and wait till we come out of the backside of this. You add those up really quick. So the total amount of money that I need for April is $14.18, which is actually a significant reduction from March. March was $2,058. So that is almost a $600, a little more than $600 deduction in my expenses for the month. That $600 is going to be extra nice to have in my savings, in my storm mode. Heaven forbid I need to lean on it later. So this is all we need for the month. So now that I have those numbers for April, I'm going to go ahead and come into paycheck number 1. And we're going to go ahead and start breaking this down. In order to get these numbers, we are going to take the numbers from the month and we're going to cut them in half. So I'm going to have half of the total amount for the month is going to come off each check. So half will be on paycheck number 1, half will be off paycheck number 2. So for rent, I know it's $563, so I need $282. TV and Wi-Fi, I need $33. Storage, and again we're pulling these numbers from this side over here. Storage is going to be $50, so $25. For that. Cell phone, I know because I've been doing it so long, it is $60 off of every paycheck. Grocery, I know is $150 total for the month, so $75 off of the first paycheck, $75 off the second. Spending, we cut that way back. That went down to $30, so we're going to go ahead and only put $15 in that category this month. Restaurant is going to be the same because again, restaurant has $30, which means I only get $15 per paycheck. Fast food is going to be $10 because we decided to do $20 on that line. Electricity has come down from $80 a month. We're going to do $60 this month, which is going to be $30 total for this paycheck. CTA is 10, so we're going to pull that back to 5. Spotify is 20. Right? Yes. So that's going to be 10. Debt is going to be 1. Oh, I lied. It's going to be 110. Hulu is going to be 5. Amazon Prime is 5, and coffee is going to be 15. And I did move coffee back to electronic. Cash was not working for coffee. For my sinking funds, it's going to be 25. And I screwed that up. Airport is going to be 0. Travel is going to be 0. Christmas is going to be 0. Pirate Christmas, 0. New car, 0. New apartment, 0. Gifts, 0. Toiletries, 0. Clothing, 0. Laundry, 0. Transportation is going to be 15. So what I can do is I can add up how much cash I will need right here. So I'll go ahead and do that very quickly. So I can't really add up all of my electronic yet because I don't have this total here for storm mode. The way I'm going to find storm mode is I'm going to take this total cash number here and I'm going to add all of these as well together and I will get a total. Whatever the total of this plus all of these expenses are over here, I will take that total and subtract it from the amount received for storm mode. Once I have that storm mode number, I'll be able to calculate all of my electronic, my total electronic, and then total electronic plus total cash will add up to equal whatever the amount received is. I can go through and do my cash and get my breakdown now, so that way the day that my money comes to my bank account, I'm able to go straight into the bank, get that money pulled out, and then we'll be able to do the cash envelope stuffing. I mention this in every video. I don't pull out the rent and TV and Wi-Fi in physical cash. Those get transferred directly to my boyfriend, who actually is the one that goes and pays those. So I will add up all of these for the cash breakdown right here. For storage, I need a 20 and a 5. For cell phone, I need a 50 and a 10. Grocery, I need 75, so 20, 40, 60, 75. Spending, I need 15, so 10 and a 5. Restaurant, I need 15, so 10 and 5. Fast food, I need a 10. And fish, I need a 20 and a 5. So now I know how much I will be pulling out of the bank. So that's what I'm going to pull out in cash, and that's what I'll actually end up stuffing in the envelopes in our next video. So this is as far as I can go until I get the amount received. Once I get that amount received, I'll come back in with you guys and finish out electronic storm mode, and I'll have that amount right there. So give me just a couple of seconds and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. It has been a couple of days. I do now have my paycheck, my pay stub, and the amount received for that was $1,210. So now, as I mentioned, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add up all of my electronic here. As I mentioned, now that I have this amount, I'm able to calculate how much I can put in storm mode and how much my total electronic will be. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to add up the total cash plus all of these numbers so I can figure out what that total will be, and then I can subtract it from here to get the amount in my storm mode. So let me go ahead and calculate that real quick. Be right back. So in storm mode, I should be able to put $475. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add up all of the electronic, including the storm mode right here. Now if I add 670 to 540, that should equal 1210. Perfect. Now that I have those numbers, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the bank, I'm going to pull out this breakdown, we'll do a cash envelope stuffing video, and that will be my next video. Storm mode, again, I mentioned this before, this would normally be what is going to my debt snowball, but because of everything that's going on in the world right now, we are, all on edge. We're all wondering what's going to happen to our jobs and to our families and to our ability to move around outside and all of these things. And so right now I'm putting that money aside. Heaven forbid I lose my job or have my hours cut so far that I can't afford my bills or whatever else. So storm mode right here, that's just going straight into savings. Now if I don't have to touch any of this, that is going to go straight toward debt. So all of the storm mode from here And from here, all of that's gonna go straight to the debt snowball if I don't have to touch it. So once we come out the backside of this. But for now, again, it's going in savings. I'm not touching it. I'm just leaving it there. It's there as a safety net for me if I need to dip into that to make sure my expenses are covered. Cash envelope stuffing video should be coming up Wednesday or Thursday. Until then, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. If you did like this video, please make sure you hit that thumbs up button right down below. If you want to see more videos like this, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you want to make sure you get notified every single time that I post a video, please make sure you hit that little bell icon down below. That way you will get notified every single time I upload. That sounds terrible. I'll wait. This never had strings. Okay. I am hoping I'll be able to get some of these clips clipped together.